Okay, so we'll take one out. Okay. Yeah, four, no, that's good, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, so,
We have more.
they should bring one out whenever they bring it out. That'd be fine. I got double hard back there.
Whatever it is you got. Yeah, we're good with that.
Let me get this. Don't mind you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this afternoon's matchup between Cecil College and CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. This afternoon, we will celebrate our three sophomores. First up will be sophomore Riley Nace. Nace strikes while I may not have been at CCBC as long as the other sophomores. My time here this year has been nothing short of amazing. I have made so many great friendships and have been coached by two wonderful people who I now consider family. I want to thank my parents and God for guiding me into this decision of coming to CCBC and supporting me through it all. After this year, I plan to continue my academic career through Liberty University. I am aiming for my bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a focus of criminal psychology. Thank you, CCBC, and go Cards! Next up will be sophomore Sarah Devilbits. Devilbits State.
Mike just got out. I don't think Mike's still out. Should I bring the speaker closer?
Devilbits State. I am being escorted by my mom, dad, and grandmother who is here in spirit. I'll be graduating from CCBC in May with my associate's degree in psychology. I'll be continuing my softball career in academics at a four-year institution after graduation. I want to first of all give all glory to God and thank Him for the life I have and the ability to play softball. I then want to thank my family and friends for always being here for me. I would like to thank my coaches and teammates for the many lessons and experiences. I would lastly like to let everyone know, no matter how many people are against you, how many want to see you fail and say they hate you, or how many times you have to go through what feels like hell, pick yourself up, go chase your dreams, and do what they say. You cannot and never dim your light for nobody. May God bless you all, and I are the time. And the final sophomore we will be celebrating this afternoon is number 11, Cassidy Bart. Bart writes, these past 2 years here have been the most memorable 2 years of my life. I've made so many memories that I will cherish forever and lifelong friends that I am beyond grateful for. I have also been mentored by two incredible coaches who have taught me so much more than just softball. I want to also thank my amazing family, especially my parents, for always supporting me. I have been accepted into the nursing program here at CCBC, and in the fall I will be starting my new journey. Thank you, CCBC, and let's go Cards. And here is a special message from Coach Jeff. Riley, Sarah, Cassidy, thank you. Thanks for your hard work, your dedication, your leadership, your talents, your growth, your sportsmanship, and your grace. I've enjoyed being a small part of your lives. Thank you for the opportunity to coach you all. I am blessed to have you in my life. Thank you everyone who has supported you and pushed you along. Thank everyone who has supported you and pushed you along. Your parents, your family, peers, past and present coaches, everyone. Even
3, man.
All 3.
Yeah.
I guess I guess there is 3.
Yeah, people forget about
Yeah,
that. Dundalk. It's kind of there, kind of. So I'm all done at Essex and Dundalk, so I'll be just working here for the rest of the time.
You intern?
Yeah.
You intern?
Yeah.
You done it just this year?
Yeah, that's it. I live far, man. I did this internship. It wasn't many around my area, so I kind of, I drive from Virginia every day.
Yeah, I live in Landover.
Okay, yeah. Not too far. Not too far at all, man.
Steph and I went to the same college together. So that's how we moved.
Oh, okay.
They still came to Stevens career fair type deal, and that's how I got into
Okay.
So that's how she got the job. That's Rebecca was there.
Oh, okay.
Rebecca and Casey were there at the same time.
Yeah. So mine was like off handshake. Yeah, like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but that's like so they had like the internships on there or whatever.
Casey and I talked for like 15 minutes, and then like the next thing, she was like, "I'm gonna talk to our AD," and then by that Monday, they hired me. But I'm technically a contracted employee because I have my own business in practice.
Okay. So like you have like an LLC.
Yeah. I actually just met with my team this morning.
It's just short.
That's with the lineup for visitors, Cecil College.
We think somebody in CAA was had family member
Leading off for Cecil, the pitcher number 4, Gianna
I'm ground crew.
Jordan. And batting second, the shortstop number 16, Sloan Taylor. Batting third, number 19, Brianna Redmond. Batting fourth, the catcher, Tristan Kenneth. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 7, Madison Nolan. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 24, Mara Smith. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 6, Kylie Strain. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 8, Layla Hopkins. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 1, Katrina Lucero. Let's read the lineup for your CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Leading off for the Cardinals, their shortstop, number 4, Riley Nace. And batting second, the center fielder, number 11, Cassidy Barber. Batting third, the designated player, number 1, Alana Watts. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 3, Sarah Devilbus. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 12, Ava Blum. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 21, Kayla Musgrove. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 2, Madison Krapewski. Batting eighth, the starting pitcher, number 17, Michaela Ellington. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 8, Emily Fagan. In the flex position, number 13, Abby Webb. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
15 passenger, this is G5, no, it's not a challenger. I keep some members with me in the fridge, they coach seats, that's a cannibals. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Yeah, she said 3D. I go in the jungle and they got a cold, I bet I come out with a lean. I bet I bitch for the fam, cause it's bigger than me. Color stones in my infinity lane, and in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, cause that be my brother, we got the same roller, he matching me. Nah, for real. Water on me like the sun of sun. Carrots, song, pointers, all these commas. I won't phone. Ego gunners out the jump. He glide off. Runner. Can't gon' need no funnel. Drop top, feel my stomach. Drop top, can't be playing no runner. Call my wallet, smoke my pilot. Pay 35 to the traffic. I was outside just serving narcotics.
Casey, it didn't work when I hit the button. It didn't do anything.
Is it plugged in?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Cam Crossett. This afternoon's matchup between Cecil College and CCBC Catonsville. First, take a look at the leadoff batter for the Seahawks of Cecil College, as Gianna Doherty. As Doherty skies that one on the 1-2 pitch to right field. Emily Fagan's got it for out number one. One quick out for the Cardinals. So the lineup will turn over to shortstop Sloan Taylor. Tanner has 2 home runs on the season with 15 RBIs and 31 hits over 28 runs with 9 stolen bases. She's a sophomore from Hedgeville, West Virginia. In the circle for the Cardinals will be Michaela Elligson. Elligson has 13 strikeouts with a 1-1 record on the season through 6 games played, and an ERA of 6.36. She gets the start today in place of Emily Fagan, who takes over right field for Jordan Cleveland. As Fagan gets out number 2 here in the top of the first. Bring up Brianna Redmond. Redmond is the third baseman for Cecil. She swings at the first pitch, is just foul. To the left of the third baseman, Kayla Musgrove. Through 16 games played this season, Redmond has 4 home runs, 25 RBIs, 24 hits, and over 25 runs, and 4 stolen bases. She's a sophomore from Perryville, Maryland. As the Cardinals, as Redmond drops that one in for a base hit, as she's aboard second base safely.
Lineup will do over to the catcher, Tristan Canavan. Canavan is a first year from Unmore, Pennsylvania. Catonsville will look to get back into the win column this afternoon. The 2-game series against Cecil College. They dropped a 2-game series to Frederick Community College last time out on Wednesday, April 9th. They do have a good home record this season, though. The home record of 7-4. Last time here in Catonsville at home, they swept the Chesapeake College Skipjacks. In that game, they tallied 38 runs in that game. In those 2 games, excuse me. This season, Tristan Canavan has 3 home runs and 23 RBIs. As Canavan skies that one out of play. Chasing after it is Musgrove. That goes into the seats, foul. We'll try it again. The count, full 3-2. As Canavan fouls it off again. Keeps the at-bat alive. Here's the 3-2 from Ellickson. And she freezes Tristan Canavan to win the inning. The side is retired. Just 1 hit, given up, no runs, no errors. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Cardinals will bat next. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett here with you. We'll see the Cardinals offensively. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Riley Nash. She's recognized in pregame as she is a sophomore here on Sophomore Day. She's one of the 3 sophomores the Cardinals celebrated pregame. This afternoon, she'll see Gianna Doherty in the circle for the Seahawks. Through 10 games started for the Seahawks, as that first pitch is fouled out of play. Doherty has a 6-3 record with 2 saves. And through 59 innings pitched, she has tallied 89 strikeouts with an ERA of of 223. She's a first-year hailing from Franklinville, New Jersey. The 0-1 pitch from Doherty is taken for a ball. The count 1-1. Nace fouls that one off. The count is now 1-2. Through 29 games played this season, Nace has a batting average of .372, 18 RBIs, 32 hits, over 19 runs, and 5 stolen bases. She hails from York, Pennsylvania. As she strikes out on that one. And Gianna Doherty picks up out number 1 for Cecil. The lineup will turn over to the center fielder, Cassidy Barth. Take a look at the defensive alignment for the Seahawks. In left will be Katrina Kuchera. In center, Layla Hopkins. In right, Kaylee Straining. At third base, Brianna Redmond. At shortstop, Sloan Tanner. At second base will be Madison Nolan. At first base, Ayana Smith. Behind the plate will be Tristan Kenevin. And in the circle, Gianna Doty. As Barth works the count to 1-2. Through 28 games played this season, Barth has a batting average of .235. She swings and misses at that one. The lineup will do over to Alana Watts. Watts is the designated player this afternoon for the Cardinals. As the Cardinals have 2 outs via the strikeout here in the bottom of the first. Watts, through 29 games played, has a batting average of .602, 9 home runs on the season through 42 RBIs. As Watts fouls it off out of play. Watts is a first year from Pasadena, Maryland. Here's the 1-1. It's laid off by Watts. Works the count to 2-1. Watts has had a few impressive home runs this season. She skies that one into left field. Kuchera is there. Makes the play for out number 3. So the Cardinals go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. As we head to the top of the second inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett back with you. The top of the second inning is upon us. And the Cardinals will see Madison Nolan, the second baseman for the Seahawks. It's the pitch from Elligson. It's a wild pitch. Goes behind the catcher, Abby Webb. The count is now 2-0. Madison Nolan is a first year from Rising Sun, Maryland. In 12 games played, she has a batting average of .237 through 6 RBIs, and 9 hits, 2 runs, and 3 stolen bases. The pitch from Ellickson, fouled off by Nolan. Works the count to 2-2. As Ellickson looks to get the first out of the inning. As Nolan skies that one foul. The at-bat remains alive. And Madison Nolan swings and misses for out number 1. As the lineup will do over to number 24, Amaya Smith. Smith is a sophomore from Lindenwood, New Jersey. Through nine games played this season, she has a batting average of .245. Has tallied 7 RBIs over 5 hits and 3 runs. He has 2 stolen bases. She works the count to 2-0. The pitch from Ellickson. Fouled off to the left. Out of play. The pitch. Smith grounds that one. Right to Sarah Devilbus, who flips it over to Ava Blum for out number 2. So lineup, it will do over to Kylie Straining. We'll first take a look at the defensive alignments for the Cardinals as Straining fouls that off out of play. In left field will be Madison Krapewski in center, Cassidy Barth in right field, Emily Fagan at third base will be Kyla Musgrove at shortstop, Riley Nace. Ava Blum will be at second base, Sarah Devilbus at first, behind the plate, Abby Webb, and in the circle, Michaela Ellickson. As Straining works the count to 0-2. The pitch for Ellickson, a little high, laid off by Straining. The count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Michaela Ellickson picks up her 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. She strikes out Kylie Straining for out number 3 here at the top of the second. The score remains 0-0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett alongside you. This inning, Gianna Doherty will see Sarah Devilbiss, Ava Blum, and Kayla Musgrove, the 4-5-6 hitters for the Cardinals. In that first inning, Doherty picked up 2 strikeouts in the first 2 batters. She looks to continue her impressive outing so far here in the second. Sarah Devilbiss was one of the 3 sophomores recognized pregame. She swings and misses at that one. The count is 0-2. Through 21 games played, she has 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, 21 hits, 8 runs, 1 stolen base. Her last home run came against Chesapeake College back on April 5th, where the Cardinals were in complete control in both games. As Devilbiss's 3-run homer played a big part in the Cardinals' dominant 19-5 win against the Skipjacks back on April 5th. Is a 1-2 from Gianna Doherty. Is followed off by Devilbiss behind us here in the press box. It's the pitch. Sarah Devilbiss skies that one. Kuchera's there. She makes the play in left field for out number 1. Lineup will do over to Ava Blum, the second baseman for the Cardinals. Ava Blum is a first-year hails from Kent Island, Maryland. She looks to get the Cardinals' first hit of the afternoon. As the first pitch is taken for a ball to count 1-0. To 28 games played, Ava Blum has a batting average of .348, 13 RBIs, 21 runs, and 24 hits, and 7 stolen bases. Here's the 2-0 from Doherty. Laid off by Blum. The count is 3-0. The pitch. Taken for a walk by Blum. The Cardinals have their first base runner of the afternoon. As Kayla Musgrove will be the batter. Musgrove is the third baseman for the Cardinals. She's a first year from Millersville, Maryland. The first pitch she sees from Gianna Doherty is taken for a strike. Through 28 games played this season, Musgrove has a batting average of .324, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, 22 hits over 10 runs. Is that pitch? We'll get her. And she will board first via the hit by pitch. As Madison Krapewski will be the batter, the left fielder this afternoon for the Cardinals. As Krapewski skies that one, Nolan is there for out number 1. Strapiski just gets under it for the first out, the second out, the bottom of the second. And Michaela Elligson will be the batter. The pitch. Taken for a ball. As Canavan threw it over to Smith at first, and Smith could not handle it as that ball went into right field. As both runners will advance. As Ava Blum is on third. And Kayla Musgrove is on second. As Elligson works the count to 0-2. The pitch from Doherty. Taken for a ball. The count 1-2. Pitch. Elligson skies that one right to Nolan, who leaps and makes the catch for out number 3. As no runs come across the scores, as the score remains 0-0, we head to the top of the third. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. As the third inning is upon us. Elligson will get back into the circle for her third inning of work. As Elligson has tallied 3 strikeouts so far through two innings. As this inning, she'll see Layla Hopkins, Katrina Kuchera, and Gianna Doherty. As Hopkins will be the leadoff hitter in this inning. As that gets Hopkins, as she is aboard first via the hit by pitch. Elligson lost the handle on that ball as it left her hand. As a 9-0 hitter will be the batter, and Katrina Kuchera. Kuchera is a sophomore from Newark, Delaware. Through 16 games played, Kuchera has a batting average of 135. As the throw from Ava Webb gets Layla Hopkins at second. What a throw by Webb. As Hopkins is tagged out at second in a stolen base attempt. And there is one out here in the top of the third. We'll get back to introducing Kuchera as she skies that one to center field as Cassidy Barth ran out and made the play for out number 2. So 2 outs here quickly as the lineup will do over to the top of the order and Gianna Doherty. The first pitch to Doherty skied. It's right there to make the catch is Ava Blum for out number 3. So no hits, no runs, no errors for the Seahawks. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. Score remains tied 0-0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. Emily Fagan will be the batter for the Cardinals. She is the 9-hole hitter. It's the pitch. As Fagan skies that one into right field. Coming on is straining, but she does not see it, and that ball goes into right field as Fagan is aboard second safely. Nice piece of hitting by Emily Fagan. As Kaylee Straining must have lost it in the sun as that ball dropped right in front of her. So Fagan is aboard second. And the order will go over to Riley Nace, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Last time up, Nace went down swinging with a strikeout, but that time she hits it right to Redmond, who flips it over to Smith, who can't corral it, as Nace is safe at first on the error by Amaya Smith. As Cassidy Barth will be the batter. Redmond had a tough play at third base where she had to spin around very quickly. She could not get it over to Amaya Smith in time for Riley Nace was safe at first. As Barth steps into the batter's box, she went down swinging last time via the strikeout. As Barth lays down the bunt, Smith catches it, flips it over to Nolan. As coming across the score was Emily Fagan. That RBI ground out as the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Alana Watts will be the batter. Last time up, Watts flew out to Kuchera in left field. The pitch from Doherty, sky to center. That ball's going to drop behind the center fielder, Layla Hopkins. That gets behind her. 1 run will score. Coming home will be Riley Nace. It'll be a 2-0 lead for the Cardinals. As Watts is aboard second safely. Sarah Devilbist will be the batter. Hopkins had a tough play in center as she's positioned right where the shade meets the sun in deep center. She couldn't make the play in time as Watts made it to second safely as Sarah Devilbist grounds it right to Sloan Tanner, who flips it over to Amaya Smith for out number 2. Meanwhile, that will move over Alana Watts to third base. Ava Blum will be the batter. Last time up, she reached base with a walk. It's a pitch. Take it for a ball. Count 1-0. Start off the at-bat. Pitch. Take it for a ball. Counts work to 2-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss by Blum. Counts 2-1. As Blum will try to bring home Watts at third. Pitch. As Blum fouls it right off the fence in front of us here in the press box. Here's the 2-2. Little high. Counts out 3-2. As Gianna Doherty does not want to lose Blum to the base on balls. It's a 3-2. Gets Blum to swing and miss, and the inning is over. Not until the Cardinals score 2 runs. And the score is now 2-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. It's the top of the 4th inning. As Sloan Tanner will be the batter. Tanner, last time up, flew out to the right fielder. She skies that one right to Musgrove across the diamond to Sarah Devilbus. Gets her in time for out number 1. A great throw by Musgrove. Hits the runner at first. One pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. As Brianna Redman will be the batter. Redman reached second. Last time up with a 2-bagger. It's the pitch of Elligson. It's laid off for the ball to count 2-0. As Cecil, just as I say that, Redman drops a single in there to left field. Drops in front of Krapewski for a base hit. Just going to say that Cecil is yet to play a run across the board they'll be looking to do so this inning, as Tristan Canavan will be the batter. As that ball skips in front of Webb, the catcher. As the count is 1-0. Last time up, Canavan struck out. She is the catcher for Cecil. The pitch. The pitch. As Canavan skies that one center field. Coming over is Cassidy Barth, who makes the catch for out number 2. Madison Nolan will be the batter. Nolan went down with a strikeout last time up. The pitch. Laid off, taken for a ball, the count 1-0. As Redmond is on first. Here's a 2-0 from Ellickson. Nolan skies that one right over to Sarah Devilbus at first for out number 3. As the Seahawks cannot get a run across the scores, the score will remain at 2-0 Catonsville. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Start of the bottom of the 4th inning. Kayla Musgrove will be the leadoff hitter to start off the Cardinals' home half of the 4th. Cecil will see Musgrove, Krupewski, and Ellickson, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Cardinals. Last time up, Musgrove reached first via the hit by pitch. The pitch is laid off by Musgrove to count 2-0. Count is 2-1 to Musgrove. She looks to reach base for the 2nd time today. She swings at that one. Just drops in front of the catcher, Canavan. The count is 2-2. The pitch. As Musgrove swings and misses. She strikes out for out number 1. It's a half check swing by Musgrove. It's the first out of the inning for Cecil. So bring up Madison Krupewski. Krapewski flew out to Madison Nolan last time up. It's the 1-0 from Gianna Doty. Followed off by Krapewski. His count is 1-1. It's the pitch. Laid off for a ball to count 2-1. It's that 2-1 pitch taken for a strike. The count 2-2. As Krapewski calls time. She'll step back in the batter's box. She'll step into the left side of the batter's box, and she goes from right to left. As that ball is called fair. It was drifting foul, but it was called fair by the home plate umpire. And she goes to second. She's aboard safely with a 2-bagger. So the lineup we'll do over to Michaela Elligson. Elligson flew out to Madison Nolan last time up. As Nolan caught that one on a line back in the second inning. As Elligson hits one right to Nolan. Flips it over to Smith for out number 2. Smith looks to get Krapewski at third. She can't get her in time. As Krapewski's safe at third, that will bring up Emily Fagan. It's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Fagan. To start off the at-bat. Last time up, she reached second base safely. Here's the 0-1 from Cody. Works the count to 1-1. As Fagan skies that one out of play. As Fagan fouls that one right in front of us here in the press box. The count is 1-2. Fagan looks to bring home Krapewski at third base. The pitch from Cody, laid off by Fagan. As Fagan hits that one right to Sloan Tanner, who flips it over to Amaya Smith to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. As we head to the top of the 5th, the score remains 2-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. As the top of the 5th is upon us. Amaya Smith will be the batter. Last time up, she grounded out to first baseman Sarah Devilbis. As Smith drops that one right to Elligson, who picks it up, flips it over to Devilbis at first for out number 1. As a lineup, we'll do over to Kaylee Straining, who back in the second inning went down via the strikeout. As Straining, first pitch laid off for a ball, count 1-0. She works it to 2-0. She looks to be the first batter aboard in the 5th inning as she fouls it off. Is that 2-1 pitch taken for a strike by Straining. They count 2-2. As Elligson strikes out Straining for out number 2. As Layla Hopkins will be the batter. That was Elligson's 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. It was 2 strikeouts on Straining. As Hopkins reached first last time up with a hit by pitch, but in an attempt to steal second was tagged out by the catcher Abby Webb. She skies that one deep out of play and foul to the left side behind the seats. Here's the 1-2 from Elligson. It's laid off by Hopkins. Count 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Elligson. Hopkins swings at that one. Falls just foul in front of Abby Webb. She makes a good effort and foul ground, just can't get up to it in time. There's a 2-2 from Elligson. Perfectly placed. Is laid off by Hopkins. The pitch freezes Hopkins, and the inning is over. Elligson gets out of the inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. The score remains 2-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett here with you. It's the bottom of the fifth is upon us. Riley Nace, the leadoff hitter, will be the batter. Nace is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Last time up, reached first on an error by the third baseman, Brianna Rebman. As Nace skies that one out of play. So the count is 1-2. The pitch as Nace hits that one right to Sloan Tanner across the diamond to Amaya Smith for out number 1. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Cassidy Barth will be the batter. Last time up, she had an RBI ground out, which brought home Emily Fagan, who was on third base. That was back in the third inning. And that made it the score 2-0. As time is called because of the wind. The pitch. Barth fouls that one out of play. The count is 0-2. With one out here at the bottom of the fifth, the pitch. It's taken for a ball. As that ball leaped over the head of Barth. That 1-2 from Doherty outside. Taken for a ball to count 2-2. The winds are fairly high here in the fifth inning. We've already had one break so far in this at-bat, as the count has worked full to 3-2. The pitch. Barth fouls it off. The at-bat is still alive. So that pitch is called a strike, and Cassidy Barth goes down looking. For out number 2, as Alana Watts will be the batter. As Watts is 1 for 2. Pitch. Check swing by Watts. Taken for a strike. Count 0-1. Last time up, Watts had an RBI two-bagger. It's the pitch. Skied in the center field for Watts. No one can't get up to it. That one's going to go into center. As Alana Watts is aboard first, safely with a single. Sarah Devilbus will be the batter. 0 for 2 this afternoon. The pitch to Devilbus Fouled off. The 0-1 pitch is laid off as Devil Biss gets out of the way in time. The count is 1-1. As Canavan attempted to throw out Watts at second, but she's in there safely with a stolen base. The 1-2 skipped in there. The count has worked to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, laid off for a ball. Works the count forward to 3-2. Sarah Devilbiss looking to drive home Alana Watts. As Devilbiss fouls that one off to stay alive. As Gianna Cody loses Sarah Devilbiss to the base on balls. So there's now runners on first and second for the Cardinals. They'll bring up Ava Blum. As Blum is 1 for 2 today. Last time up, went down with a strikeout. The pitch. Taken for a strike. Count is 0-1. The count has quickly worked to 1-1. As Ava Blum looked to drive home the 2 runners on base. It's the pitch. Called a strike. The count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2. As Blum skies that one right to Hopkins in center field. And the inning is over. Cecil gives up 2 hits, no runs, no errors. The score remains 2-0. We head to the top of the 6th. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Start of the 6th inning. Elligson having a decent job in the circle this afternoon. Has 5 strikeouts. As this inning, she'll see Katrina Kuchera, Gianna Cody, and Sloan Tanner, the 9-1-2 hitters for Cecil. There appears to be a change in the Cardinals lineup, whether that is defensively or offensively. We'll let you know momentarily. As the time that was called is over. As the count is now 0-1 as Kuchera flips it over to Ava Blum for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. As Gianna Cody will be the batter. Doherty, is 0 for 2 today. As Doherty skies that one into left field for a base hit as she's aboard second safely with a 2-bagger. As Sloan Tanner will be the batter for Cecil. Tanner hits that one right to Elligson in the circle as she flips it over to Sarah Devilbus. As one out was made as Devilbus threw it over to third base and couldn't get Gianna Doherty in time. As Doherty is safe at third, Tanner is safe at second. That ball was mishandled by Sarah Devilbus at first. It allowed Sloan Tanner to go to second. So runners on second and third for Cecil. Time has been called by head coach Jeff Galbraith for the Cardinals. So Galbraith went out to talk to Elligson in the circle. That visit is over as we get back to playing. Well, all of that is over. Runners on second and third for Cecil. Sloan Tanner's in the batter's box. The count is 0-1. The pitch from Elligson as Tanner skies that one right to Barth at center, who airmails the throw back to home. Sarah Devilbus cuts it off as Doherty comes around to score to make it a 2-1 Catonsville lead. Sloan Tanner remains at second. The batter is now Tristan Canavan. Canavan skies that one right to Riley Nace at shortstop, and the inning is over. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cecil picks up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The score is now 2-1 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett with you. The bottom of the 6th inning. As the Cardinals have a 2-1 lead, Kayla Musgrove will be the batter. Gianna Doherty still in the game. Doherty has 5 strikeouts this afternoon here in game 1. The pitch from Doherty, followed off by Musgrove. The count's 1-1. The count is 2-1. The pitch, as Musgrove fouls that one off. Out of play. The count 2-2. Here's the pitch. As Musgrove skies that one. Under it is Sloan Tanner for out number 1. Madison Krapewski will be the batter. Krapewski is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Has a 2-bagger back in the 4th inning and flew out to the second baseman Madison Nolan back in the 2nd. As Krapewski drops down to bunt, it's just foul. The count is 1-2 to Krapewski. It's the pitch, a little high. Count is even at 2-2. Pitch. Higgin for a ball to count 3-2. The pitch. As Krapewski hits that one right to Tanner across the diamond to Smith, who recovers it in time for out number 2. Michaela Ellickson will be the batter. She swings and misses at that first pitch by Gianna Doherty, as Ellickson is 0 for 2 today. Last time up, grounded out to the second baseman, Madison Nolan. The pitch from Doherty. Ellickson hits that one right to Doherty, flips it over to Smith, who mishandles it. That one goes right behind her into shallow right field, as Ellickson is aboard first via the error on Amaya Smith. His head coach, Jeff Galbraith, calls time to speak with the home plate umpire. So we have a pinch runner for Ellickson. That will be Jordan Cleveland, number 19. Pitch. Higgin for a ball. Emily Fagan is the batter. She's 1 for 2 today. Had a 2-bagger back in the second inning and grounded out to the shortstop Sloan Tanner back in the 4th inning. The pitch from Gianna Doty fouled off. Pitch. Fagan. That ball is slicing. Just foul. Fagan will try it again to count 1-2. Two outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Score is 2-1 Catonsville as Fagan skies that one into right field. Straining is there to make the play, and the inning is over. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. As the score remains 2-1, we head to the top half of the 7th inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. The 7th inning is upon us. Last chance for Cecil. As a new pitcher for the Cardinals will be Emily Fagan. She'll take over in relief for Michaela Elligson. The pitch from Fagan. Taken for a strike. As Elligson had 5 strikeouts through 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. As Fagan gets Madison Nolan looking at that pitch for the strikeout. As out number 1 here in the 7th inning. The batter will be Amaya Smith. As Smith fouls that one off. On deck will be Kaylee Straining. The pitch taken for a strike. Excuse me, a ball. The count is 2-2. Pitch from Fagan. Work for a ball. The count is now full 3-2. Smith looking to reach first. As she swings and misses for the 2nd out of the inning, Emily Fagan comes in the circle and has 2 quick outs. The last hope for Cecil will be Kylie Straining, who was 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. It's the pitch from Fagan. Take it for a strike. The pitch, little high. Laid off by Straining. Straining reaches first. She'll keep the inning alive. Pitch as Straining fouls it off. Just to the left side of the infield. The pitch. Straining fouls it off. Keeps the at-bat alive. Here's the 1-2 from Fagan. Swing and a miss from Straining and the inning is over. As game 1 is in the books. As Cardinals win this one 2-1. Behind a solid outing from Michaela Elligson, finished off by Emily Fagan. As we will go to the 2nd game, which will start in approximately 30 minutes. First pitch set for 5 p.m. So the Cardinals had a good first game of the 2-game series against Cecil. So as we head to this 2nd game of the series, the first game final score is 2-1 Catonsville. Thank you all for watching. Keep it right here. We'll be back with you in about 30 minutes. Cam Crossett with you. Come back to the start of the second game of the two-game series between Cecil and CCBC Catonsville. Catonsville took game one by a final score of 2-1. Michaela Elligson was the starting pitcher in game one on the mount, or in the circle, excuse me. For the second game will be Emily Fagan. She finished off game one and struck out the side in the seventh. As her first batter will be Gianna Doherty, who was the pitcher in game one, as Doherty fouls it off. As we have an 0-2 count. This pitch is laid off by Gianna Doherty. She swings at the 1-2 pitch, flips it right over to Ava Blum at second, who flips it over to Sarah Devilbiss at first for out number one. Lineup will do over to Sloan Tanner. As Tanner fouls it off. The count's 0-1. It's the pitch from Fagan. Laid off. The count is 1-2. Previous count was 0-2. The pitch laid off by Tanner. Works the count to even at 2-2. As Tanner puts that one in play off the glove of Musgrove, as Tanner is at second safely with the two-bagger. As the batter will be Brianna Redman. As the count is 0-1 to Redman. It's the pitch from Fagan. A little low. Madison Krupewski, the catcher, throws over to Kayla Musgrove and tags out Tanner at third base for out number 2. As Redman works to count to 3-1. As Redman skies that one into the outfield. Watts is there, makes the play. The inning is over. No runs on one hit, no errors. The score is 0-0. The Cardinals will bat next. Welcome back to Catonsville for the bottom half of the first inning. Cam Crossett here with you. In the circle for the Seahawks will be Amaya Smith. Smith, through 9 games played this season, has a 4.48 ERA, has 16 strikeouts. She has 5 starts on the season. She has a 3-2 record. Her last start came back on Sunday. She went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. As the first batter of the game is Cassidy Barth. As she hits that ball in foul territory, she goes to first base. She's there safely. As in the process, she had a collision with the first baseman, Brianna Redman. Both players are all right. As Barth is at first, she has a meeting with assistant coach from the Cardinals. So they'll bring up Riley Nace. Nace was 1 for 3 in the last game, and an RBI ground out in the second inning as Nace fouls that one off just to the right of the first base bag. The pitch from Smith. Nace hits that one right over to the third baseman, Natalie Cook, across the diamond to Brianna Redmond. As Redmond couldn't get the tag down, as Nace is board safely at first. Alana Watts will be the batter. Watts was 0 for 2 in the first game. It's the first pitch. Watts hits that one into center field. Kaylee Swaling can't get up to it. Coming around to score is Barth right behind her as Riley Nace, and the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. So Alana Watts aboard with an RBI 2-bagger to center field. As Sarah Devilbus will be the batter. The pitch goes foul. The count is 0-2. As Devilbus hits that one. Right to Tanner. Over to Redmond for out number 1. As Watts remains at second. Next batter will be Ava Blum. In the first game, she was 1 for 3. Reached first via the base on balls back in the second, but struck out in her next 2 plate appearances. Pitch from Smith. Ava Blum hits that one right to Tanner, who flips it over to Natalie Cook at third base. As she gets Alana Watts for out number 2. As Watts went in there with the head first slide. As now head coach Jeff Galbraith out to talk to the umpire in the infield. The visit has concluded. Now both umpires will speak to one another just in front of the home plate. Just in front of home plate, excuse me. As a ruling is being made, and if Watts was tagged out at third base, as she didn't get the head first slide down in time. And the call is reversed, and Watts is safe at third. Now runners on the corners for the Cardinals. As now Cecil's head coach, Bob Bowe, wants to talk to the infield umpire after the call has been reversed from out to safe. A nice slide by Watts. It was a good tag by Natalie Cook on third as well. She just couldn't get the tag down in time. As now head coach Bob Bowe was talking to both umpires, as he is unpleased with the call. As Coach Bowe is looking for an explanation on why the call was reversed. As the visit is over and play continues, just one out here in the bottom of the first. As Kayla Musgrove will be the batter. The pitch from Smith as Musgrove skies that one into the infield. Right to Nolan at second base. And now there's 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. Madison Krupski will be the batter. She's the catcher for the Cardinals. As Smith's one out, Krupski swings at that one just over the head of Madison Nolan and into right field. Coming home is Alana Watts. As Madison Krupski is aboard right field with an RBI single. Is aboard first, with an RBI single to right field. And the score is now 3-0 Catonsville. Jordan Cleveland will be the batter, the right fielder for the Cardinals. She's the 8-hole hitter. As Cleveland puts that ball in play just off the glove of Sloan Tanner. Coming home is Ava Blum, and the score is now 4-0 Catonsville. Going to third base was Madison Krupski, as she was tagged at third by Natalie Cook. And the inning is over, not until the Cardinals pick up 4 runs on 3 hits here in the bottom of the first. The score is 4-0 Catonsville. We head to the top of the second inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crosser here with you for the start of the second inning. 4-0 is the score. Catonsville out in front. Tristan Canavan will be the batter. Canavan is the catcher for Cecil. Emily Fagan in the circle for her second inning of work. The count is now 2-0 to Canavan. Back in the first game, Tristan Canavan was 0 for 3. She fouls it off. It's the pitch from Fagan. It's called a strike. Count is 2-2. As Canavan fouls it off to the left side. Here's the 2-2 from Fagan. Canavan skies it out of play to the left side. Foul. Here's the 2-2 from Fagan. And she gets Tristan Canavan to swing and miss for out number 1. The lineup will do over to Layla Hopkins, a center fielder for Cecil. As Emily Fagan picks up her first strikeout of the afternoon. Hopkins lays down a bunt. It's foul. She was 0 for 2 in the first game. She had a strikeout back in the 5th inning. And a ground out to the second baseman, Ava Blum, back in the 1st inning. Count is 1-1 to Hopkins. Is that pitch from Fagan a little low? Taken for a ball to count 2-1. It's the pitch. Hopkins fouls that one off. Out of play just in front of us in the press box. Pitch. Taken for a ball. Works to count full to 3-2. Here's the 3-2 from Fagan. Followed off by Hopkins. The at-bat to Hopkins remains alive at 3-2. The pitch. Hopkins hits it right to Fagan, over to Sarah Devilbis for out number 2. So the batter will be Natalie Cook, the third baseman, who's making her first appearance here in the 2-game series. Cook is a sophomore from Charleston, Maryland. In 15 games played this season, Cook has a batting average of 175, 4 RBIs, 7 hits, and 8 runs. Count is 1-1 to Cook. Back in the the Cardinals' half of the first inning. She had a call reversed as she went to apply the tag to Alana Watts at third base. She did not get it down in time as Watts was ruled safe. As the 1-2 pitch from Fagan gets Natalie Cook to swing and miss, and Emily Fagan gets out of the inning unscathed. The score remains 4-0. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Seahawks as we head to the bottom of the second. Score is CCBC 4, Cecil 0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crossett here with you. Emily Fagan is the batter, and the first pitch she sees, she grounds it right to Madison Nolan for out number 1. Cassidy Barth is the batter. She's the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Last time up, Cassidy Barth singled to right field to lead off the ballgame. The pitch to Barth, taken for a ball, count 1-1. The count is now 2-1 to Barth. The pitch from Smith. Barth skies that one into the infield. Nolan goes back a few steps to make the catch for out number 2. Riley Nace is the batter, the shortstop for the Cardinals. Last time up, reached first safely on an error by the first baseman, Brianna Redman. It's the pitch from Smith. Here's the pitch from Smith as Nace skies that one into the infield. No one is there. She makes the catch, and the inning is over. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Seahawks. As Amaya Smith throws her second strikeout of the game. As we head to the top of the third inning, the score is 4-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. The top of the third inning is upon us. Madison Nolan is the batter. In the first game, Nolan was over 3. This will be her first plate appearance in game 2. She swings and misses on that one. The count is 1-1. It's a big swing and miss from Nolan. It's a foul ball. Count is 1-2. Fagan had 2 strikeouts back in the second inning. She gets her third right there. She strikes out Madison Nolan. Amaya Smith will be the batter. Smith starts off the at-bat with a count of 0-1 with 1 out here at the top of the third. The pitch from Fagan. Smith swings at that one. So the count is now 0-2. Smith is the pitcher here in game 2. She played first base in game 1. The pitch, little high, works to count to 2-2. His time is called as Coach Jeff Galbraith out to talk to Emily Fagan. Fagan, as mentioned previously, has 3 strikeouts. We'll take a moment to describe where Cecil College is located. It is in northeast Maryland, in the I-95 corridor near the Maryland-Pennsylvania border, way at the top of the state of Maryland. It's about an hour drive east of Catonsville. So get back to playing. Fagan's 2-2. Smith fouls that one off. Way out of play. So the count remains 2-2. So Cecil College is located in Cecil County, Maryland. That is the most northern county in the state of Maryland, the northeastern part of the state. As Smith drives that one right to Alana Watts in left field for out number 2. As a batter will be Kaylee Straining. Straining is a center fielder. She drops a bunt as it's foul into the Cardinals dugout. It's the pitch from Fagan. Straining fouls it off again. Way out of play. To the right side. Straining went 0 for 2 in the first game. Had 2 strikeouts. The pitch from Fagan. Skips in front of home plate. Works the count to 1-2. That pitch goes foul in front of the fence. Here's the 1-2 from Fagan. Swing and a miss by Kaylee Straining. The inning is over. Fagan now has 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. So he's on a roll so far here in game 2. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Score remains CCBC 4, Cecil 0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. The bottom of the 3rd inning is upon us. Alana Watts will be the batter for the Cardinals. This will be Watts' first plate appearance here in game 2. Pitch from Smith. Alana Watts takes it the other way for a base hit to left. She's going to second. Gianna Orty in left field picks it up. Can't flip it over to second base in time. It's Alana Watts is aboard safe with a 2-bagger to start off the bottom of the 3rd. Sarah Devilbis will be the batter. Devilbis grounded out to the shortstop, Sloan Tanner, back in the 2nd inning in her first plate appearance. So the pitch from Smith is Sarah Devilbis is out of play. Her pitch is out of play, excuse me. As that ball somehow got away from Tristan Canavan. Landed in center field. Watts remained at second. Time has been called. Picks up the new softball, flips it over to the home plate umpires. We're back to playing. That was actually Alana Watts' second plate appearance, and Watts is 2 for 2 here in game 2. She had an RBI 2-bagger in the 1st inning and followed it up with another 2-bagger in the 3rd. Here's the pitch from Smith. Devilbis fouls it out of play. Lands in the parking lot right behind us here in the press box. The count is now 1-2. The pitch as Sarah Devilbis slices that one into the left field. Gianna already can't get up there and get it in time as Alana Watts comes racing home and to make this game a 5-0 lead for the Cardinals as Sarah Devilbis is aboard second base with a 2-bagger. Back-to-back 2-baggers for the Cardinals extends their lead to 5-0. The batter will be Ava Blum, the second baseman. Things are beginning to unravel for the Seahawks. The assistant coach will come out to talk to Amaya Smith in the circle, trying to figure out what has went wrong here in the past two batters. As the visit is over. As the home plate umpire gets a new softball. So we're back to playing. Last time up, Ava Blum reached first safely via the error on the shortstop. It's the pitch from Smith as Blum hits it right to the shortstop, Sloan Tanner, who snagged it and then tried to flip it over to second base. As no one was there, as Sarah Devilbus goes to third. She's there safely. A great play to get Ava Blum in the infield by Sloan Tanner. As Tanner, she dove for it at the last second, was able to recover it and snagged it on a line for out number one. As Kayla Musgroves hits it right to the pitcher, Amaya Smith, who flips it over to Brianna Redmond at first for out number two. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the third. They'll bring up Madison Krapewski, the catcher for the Cardinals. Krapewski had an RBI single last time up. As this time she hits it into center field. No one's there for the Seahawks as Sarah Devilbus comes across the score and make this game a 6-0 ball game. As Jordan Cleveland will be the batter. The Cardinals have tagged Amaya Smith for 3 consecutive RBIs. As Krapewski has another RBI single. As Jordan Cleveland skies it to Tanner. At shortstop and the inning is over. Not until the Cardinals plate 3 more runs and extend the lead to 6-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. We head to the top of the fourth. The score is CCBC 6, Cecil 0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Cam Crosser here with you. The start of the fourth inning. Cardinals have a 6-0 lead. So lineup we'll do over to the top of the order and Gianno Horty, the left fielder. Horty is 0 for 1 this afternoon here in game 2. She swings and misses that one, and the bat comes out of her hand. As the count is 0-2. The pitch from Fagan as Jordy skies it right to Ava Blum, who makes a nice catch in short right center field. As Sloan Tanner will be the batter for the Seahawks. The pitch from Fagan, played off by Tanner. Last time up, Tanner reached second with a two-bagger. Here's the 0-1 from Fagan. Tanner skies that one out of play, foul. As time is called for the wind. So we're back to playing as the wind gusts have concluded. So the pitch from Fagan way outside. Counts 1-2. As Emily Fagan gets Sloan Tanner to swing and miss for out number 2 here in the 4th inning. As the batter will be Brianna Redmond. Redmond is 0 for 1 in game 2. Flew out to the left fielder Alana Watts back in the 1st inning. The pitch from Fagan, taken for a strike. As Redmond skies that one to center field, as Barth dropped the ball in center, as Redmond is aboard first. As Cassidy Barth lost it in her glove. As the inning will continue, they'll bring up Tristan Canavan, the catcher for Cecil. We'll take a moment to touch on Emily Fagan's stats coming into this game. Before this game started, Fagan had 120 strikeouts. She now has 122 strikeouts. She has picked up 2 so far this game. Fagan is 13-14 with a 5.69 ERA. The pitch as Canavan slices that one out of play, foul. Fagan has been the Cardinals' main starting pitcher throughout most of the season. The pitch, a little low. The count worked to 2-1. The pitch from Fagan. A little low, hits the corners. Works the count to 3-1. Pitch as Canavan skies it out of play. Here's Fagan's 3-2. Big swing and a miss from Tristan Canavan, and the inning is over. Fagan has picked up her 6th strikeout of the game, which now adds up her total to 126 strikeouts this season. As the score remains 6-0 Catonsville, we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Amaya Smith still in the circle for her fourth inning of work. As Fagan will be the batter for the Cardinals. It's the pitch. As Fagan skies it straight away center field. Layla Hopkins is there to make the catch for out number 1. Lineup will turn over to Cassidy Barf, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Barth is 0 for 2 in game 2. Last time up, Barth went down looking with the strikeout. It's the first pitch from Smith. Is swung on and missed for Barth. Pitch as Barth skies that one into the outfield. Hopkins is there to make the play for out number 2. The last 2 batters have flied out to Layla Hopkins in center. Riley Nass will try to avoid that here in her third plate appearance. Nace is 1 for 2 today. She reached first safely via the error on third base back in the first inning and flew out to the second baseman, Madison Nolan, in the second. And that pitch hits Nace, but to the home plate umpire, it appeared that it did not hit him, as Nace is arguing that it did. As it appeared that if it did not hit her, it went right behind her. But nonetheless, the count is 2-0, and play resumes. As Smith's 2-0 is in the dirt, the count is now 3-0. Smith's 3-0. Laid off by Nace as she's aboard with the base on balls. Alana Watts will be the batter. She looks to make this a 3 for 3 day in game 2. So far is 2 for 2. Has an RBI two-bagger back in the first inning. The pitch from Smith called a strike. Tristan Canavan was looking to throw out Riley Nace at first, but decided to hold back. The pitch from Smith, a little low. Canavan throws over to Redmond at first, can't get Nace, as she is back at first base in time. Here's Smith's 1-1, taken for a strike. Count is now 1-2 to Watts. Here's the 1-2 from Smith. Outside, laid off by Watts. Count is 2-2. Here's Smith's 2-2. In the dirt, Canavan flips it over to Sloan Tanner at shortstop, who gets Riley Nace caught stealing at second base, and the inning is over. The score remains 6-0 Catonsville as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Start of the fifth inning. As Layla Hopkins will be the batter. She lays down the bunt. Let's start off the at-bat here in her third plate appearance in Game 2. She is 0 for 1. 0 for 2 so far, and here in Game 2 as she flips it over to Emily Fagan, who throws it over to Sarah Devilbiss at first for out number 1. As Natalie Cook will be the batter for the Seahawks. Cook is 0 for 1 today. Went down via the strikeout. As that first pitch from Fagan gets Cook. She will go to first via the hit by pitch. Madison Nolan is the batter. As a pinch runner will come in for Natalie Cook. She appears to be grabbing her left wrist. Athletic trainer out to see her. as Katrina Kucheva will be the pinch runner for Cecil. Kucheva played left field in the first game. As Nolan lays down the bunt, start off the at-bat, just goes foul. Is Fagan's pitch. Taken for a strike. Count is 0-2. Here with one out here in the top of the fifth. Here's Fagan's pitch. Little outside. Works the count to 1-2. Pitch. As Fagan freezes Nolan for out number 2. As I'll bring up Amaya Smith. That is Fagan's 7th strikeout here in game 2. The pitch. Taken for a strike. Count 0-1. Smith is 0 for 1 in the second game. She takes that for a strike. Count is 0-2. Fagan is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Just giving up 1 hit via the hit by pitch. As Smith hits it right to Fagan, over to Sarah Devilbis, and the inning is over. Great job in the circle so far by Emily Fagan as she picks up her 8th strikeout to end the 5th inning. The score remains 6-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Start of the bottom of the 5th inning. As Alana Watts will be the batter. Last time up. Hit a 2-bagger. She is still the same batter that hit 3rd in the last inning as Riley Nace was tagged out at 2nd, which concluded the bottom of the 4th inning. As Watts starts off her 3rd plate appearance, 0 for 1. She skies that one into the outfield. Straining is there, makes the play for out number 1. Sarah Devilbiss is the batter. The pitch. Taken for a ball. As Devilbiss is 1 for 2 in game 2. Last time out, hit a 2-bagger into center field. So that pitch from Smith is outside and paints the corners to count his work to 2-0. Pitch from Smith, called a strike. Count 2-1. His time is called. It's the pitch to Devilbiss, skied foul into the Cardinals' bullpen, out of play to the left side. Sarah Devilbiss works the count to 3-2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Smith as Sarah Devilbiss skies that one in the left field. Sloan Tanner can't get up to it. That one rolls all the way to the wall. As Sarah Devilbiss will go to second base. She is in there safely with a 2-bagger. With the feet first slide into second. As Ava Blum is the batter. Blum is 0 for 2 in game 2. The runner in scoring position for Blum. His time is called. As the wind's picked up briefly. So count is now 1-0. Here's Smith's 1-0. Taken for a strike as Blum appeared to check her swing. Count is 1-1. It's the pitch from Smith. In there for a ball. Count 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Smith. Call the ball. This works to count to 3-1. Maya Smith in danger of losing Ava Blum to the base on balls. That would put runners on first and second for the Cardinals. On deck is Kayla Musgrove, the third baseman for the Cardinals. The pitch. As Ava Blum shoots that one to left field, Orty is there to make the catch. As that ball gets away from Sloan Tanner at second. But Sarah Devilbiss will remain at second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Kayla Musgrove, the batter. Musgrove is 0 for 2 here in game 2. Last time up, grounded out to the pitcher as Musgrove sends that one into the outfield. Chasing after as Hopkins as he drops it. It goes right in front of her. Coming home is Sarah Devilbiss. And no play is made And the score is now 7-0 Catonsville. The miscommunication in the outfield leads to that ball being dropped in front of the center fielder, Layla Hopkins, which extends the Cardinals' lead 7-0. Madison Krupewski is the batter. Krupewski is 2 for 2 here in Game 2 with 2 RBIs. Last time up, she drove home Alana Watts to make this a 5-0 game at that point. It is now a 7-0 Catonsville lead. The pitch. As Krupewski sends that one just under the glove of Sloan Tanner in the left field. As Madison Krupewski is aboard first safely. I'll bring up Jordan Cleveland, the right fielder. Cleveland is 1 for 2 in Game 2 with 1 RBI. Two outs here in the bottom of the 5th as Cleveland swings at that one right to Amaya Smith in the circle, who flips it over to Brianna Redmond, who is tagged out at first. And the inning is over. Not until the Cardinals tag on 1 run to make this a 7-0 ball game. We head to the top of the 6th. Score is Cardinals 7, Seahawks 0. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. For the start of the 6th inning. Emily Fagan in the circle for her 6th inning of work. The batters will be Kaylee Straining, Gianna Doherty, and Sloan Tanner. As Straining on the first pitch flips it over to Riley Nace for out number 1. Is a 6-3 putout is the first out of the 6th inning. Lineup will do over to Gianna Doherty, the left fielder for the Seahawks. She's 0 for 2 this afternoon here in Game 2, as Doherty hits it just foul. Count is 1-1 as Doherty swings and misses that one. The count is now 1-2. The pitch as Doherty hits that one just foul. As the pitch from Fagan, a little high, works the count to 2-2. Doherty's pitch is high, works the count to 3-2. She's looking to become the first base runner here in the 6th inning. Is Doherty as she sends that one in play just behind Sarah Devilbiss at first. As that ball landed in right field and bounced out of play. But nonetheless, Gianna Doherty is aboard first with a single. The batter will be Sloan Tanner, the shortstop. Tanner is 1 for 2 here in game 2. Last time up, went down with a strikeout. Here's Figgins 0-1. Call the ball. As Tanner looks to move over Doherty at first as she swings at that one. That one goes into the outfield. Cleveland is there, makes the play in right field for out number 2. Lineup will do over to Brianna Redmond, the first baseman for Cecil. Redmond is 0 for 2 in game 2. It's the pitch from Fagan. Taken for a ball to count 1-0. The pitch from Fagan. Count is 2-0. The pitch is Redmond. Hits that one. Devilbiss is there. Makes the catch for out number 3. The inning is over. No runs on 1 hit, no hits, no errors. Excuse me. No runs, 1 hit on no errors. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score remains 7-0 Catonsville. Keep it right here on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back to Catonsville. Michaela Elligson will be the pinch hitter for Emily Fagan here in the 6th inning. It's the pitch from Smith, taken for a strike, count 0-2. Pitch from Smith, taken for a ball, count 1-2. Elligson was the pitcher in game 1. She went 6 innings and had 5 strikeouts. She swings at that one. That one goes in the center field just in front of Layla Hopkins. And Elligson is aboard with a single to center to start off the 6th inning. So the lineup will do over to Cassidy Barth, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. It's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Barth is 0 for 3 in game 2. This will be her 4th plate appearance. It's the pitch. As Barth sends that one into the outfield, calling off Hopkins is Tanner as she makes the play for out number 1. As the batter is Riley Nace. Nace 1 for 2 in game 2. Last time up reached via the base on ball, so it was then tagged out at second on the stolen base attempt. The first pitch she sees from Amaya Smith is fouled off out of play. Catonsville so far in this game has tallied 11 hits on 7 runs. The pitch as Nace skies that one into the outfield. Long run for Hopkins. She can't make the play. She collides with Streeling in right field as Nace is aboard with a single to right field. The batter will be Alana Watts, the left fielder for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch from Smith. Watts puts that one in play. Right past the diving Nolan into right field. Coming home is Elligson. And Alana Watts has her 3rd RBI of the afternoon. Score is now 8-0 Catonsville. And the game is over. As Catonsville has a dominant performance in both games this afternoon, beating the Seahawks 2-1 in Game 1, and then picking up the shutout in Game 2 on an 8-0 victory. Emily Fagan does a decent job on the mound, picks up 7 strikeouts through 6 innings. I'd like to thank everybody, a part of the Catonsville staff, to make these broadcasts work. I'd like to thank our broadcast staff, Mira, Jaden, Justin, and Tyreek, and of course our athletic operations manager, Casey. We thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on April 26th as the Catonsville softball program will take on the West Virginia Potomac State Bobcats. We'll see you in roughly 10 days' time. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good evening from Catonsville. Cam Crossett signing off.